Where the Crawdads Sing has finally been released in theaters, and it's based off the book with the same name. Now, before I get into the movie, I should probably tell you what I think about the book, and I love the book. I know all the things involving the author, but it doesn't affect my enjoyment of the book at all. I think it's one of the best books that I've ever read. It has a very simple story, but it's just so engaging throughout. Yeah, it does take a little bit to get going, but once it does, it never stops. Even the slower bits in the first 50 pages, I want to say, are essential to the book. They have a great setup to the rest of the book. The movie is nowhere near as good as the book, unfortunately, and I'm kind of disappointed by that because I was seeing trailers and clips for this and I thought that the movie looked pretty good, but it's just good. I can't really compliment it any more than just saying it's good. When I got back from the theater, I wasn't really surprised to see the low score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I understand why some people like this movie and why some people don't like this movie. It's a very average movie that, while good, isn't the best. There's quite a bit to talk about, so let's just get started. The real main issue with this movie is the script. The script is terrible, like really, really, really bad. It might be one of the worst scripts I've seen so far in 2022. It just ruins so many dramatic moments that could have been impactful and instead come off as cringy. I can't tell you how many times I cringed or just rolled my eyes at some of the terrible dialogue that's put into this movie. Now, here's the weird thing. The script is really bad, but somehow the actors are good. Yeah, the script is awful, but they are trying their best with the awful script, and they give good performances overall. Daisy Edgar Jones gives a really good performance. I'd probably say she's the best in the entire movie, and she's no doubt going to get a bunch of acting roles after this movie. But she wasn't really mind-blowing, I would say. She's just a good actor giving a good performance and nothing really Oscar-worthy. And all the other actors are kind of following her footsteps. They're just good, but they don't give mind-blowing performances. We're kind of dealing with the same thing like Twilight. The actors don't give the best performances, but since it's based off a novel, it's most likely going to be huge and explode these actors' careers, even if their performances in here weren't the best. The romance in here is pretty good. Similar to Twilight, it doesn't have much new to offer. This movie has many similarities to Twilight. But anyways, while this movie doesn't have much new to offer in terms of romance movies, the romance is still pretty good. I like how realistic the movie feels. The emotions that characters feel throughout this movie feel really realistic, and some of the actions, while inexcusable, do feel like they would happen in real life because the characters have motives behind it, even though the actions are very messed up. Now, this movie looks gorgeous. The movie's landscapes in here look so beautiful and realistic. It looks like it would look if you were rented out a cabin and stayed in it and they had a lake near it. It looks exactly like that, and it looks like it's nothing short of beautiful. I just want to go to the place that this movie takes place and explore the places that the characters explore. This movie has a budget of only $24 million, and that's crazy to believe considering how amazing the movie looks. It's honestly the exact same thing with Memory, where Memory had a smaller budget, but they used it so well that it made every single shot of that movie look beautiful, and I wanted to go to that place and go where the characters went. Now, the ending in here is good. I'd even go as far as to say that this is the one thing that the movie improves on the book. It's still pretty rushed, and they don't give a whole lot of time to it, but I think the setup was handled a lot better. They gave you a couple more scenes to really set up the ending, and I'm glad that both the movie and the book took such risks with their ending, because this ending, when people walk out of the theater, they're going to be very conflicted on this. I can guarantee it, and I really appreciate that. Overall, Where the Crawdads Sing is a decent movie. It's not great, but it certainly could be a lot worse. I was a bit disappointed with the final product, but this is just a fine adaptation of it that's vastly superior to the original. Honestly, you're better checking out the book, but if you want to see the movie, you should probably see it in a theater just for the beautiful landscapes alone. But I would say that you should just wait for a discount on tickets, like a $5 Tuesday if your theater has that, and it's just not worth paying full price. Anyways, I'm gonna give Where the Crawdads Sing a 6 out of 10. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for more reviews coming soon. You can check out my social media in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
It's electric. I'm